Welcome. This is Cameron Toth. I'm putting this little disclaimer here. Recording on Zoom is like recording video and audio on a boombox. It does not come out very clean or crisp. That being said, the following is part 3 of Angie teaching folks how to teach their story on networking by BizDev Live. The following was recorded on March 16th. Enjoy. This should help you tell your story.
What's going on, everybody? It is your girl, Miss Angie Legg, personal brand strategist, helping you get online and get noticed. And just like Cameron said, it is all about the story. And that's why he's created a fantastic network where we get to do that. So let's get started. September 4th, 1984. I was pronounced dead not once, but twice within the first 24 hours I was born. Now, let me ask you, did that grab your attention? Raise your hand if that grabbed your attention. Did that give you a feeling? Somebody tell me on mute, what kind of feeling does that give you when you hear that someone died twice within the first 24 hours they were born?
Goosebumps. My hair stood up on end.
Right? Emotion. So you guys, we have 7 seconds to get somebody's attention when we're telling a story. And then we have 23 to keep it, okay, as part of our introduction. So how do you do that? Like I mentioned, you tell your story. You tell your truth from the depths. Personal branding is very much personal development. So today we're going to be talking about how to craft that for yourself and for your brand. So first you have your intro. First 30 seconds, you want to come out the gate with the most powerful statement that you can give. You want to make it very easy for people to remember. And some of our favorite stories in this group, like Steve Spiro, he was a shy kid from the Bronx. You know, that's so relatable and easy to remember. That intro should make you feel shocked, excited, goosebumps. Like Paula said, find the feelings in your intro. The next thing you want to do after the intro is start building the body. You build it's the buildup of your whole story is the body. And this is where you bring us through your journey. This is where you bring us through the journey of you discovering, you know, how you got to right here, right now, today, doing what you're doing. And it looks like 3 topics. This led to this, led to this. You want it to make sense. This led to this, led to this. 1, 2, 3. And then finally, you know, you want to be dramatic about it. You want to come in with a conclusion. You want to come in with finally what you do, because we network differently, people, nowadays. You know, we build relationships instead of building referrals first. We build the relationship now. And I want to know why you do what you do, what got you here. And the conclusion, that's when you state what you do, not before. It is the very last thing that you talk about is what you do. And then you tie it all in, and then you throw in your why. We talked about this week 1. Throw in your mission as your final conclusion, and that is your story. Now, there's a couple of stories that you'll need to do. Cameron does a really great job in getting us to practice the 2-minute pitch. Okay, you need to be able to tell your story in 2 minutes, in 30 seconds, and you need a 7-second pitch. Think about those when you're crafting your story and how you can keep shrinking it, but leaving in the most important parts. All right, guys, you go out today and tell your story. It is very basic. You have your intro. This is the most important part of the whole entire story. Okay, you have your intro that is going to grab that person's attention, the very first 30 seconds. Then you're going to have the body. This is where you build the journey. This is where you tell your story. You're going to have 3 sections. Maybe it's 2 sections of a story. It is different for everybody, but you want something where it goes, you have this, it started out here and it led to this moment and it led to this moment. You want to tell the story. And then finally, you want to conclude with a banger. You want to be dramatic. And then finally, I came to this point in my life because of that journey. You already took us on the journey. So we already know where you've been. Now we want to know where you're going. And so tell us what you do and tell us who you help. And boom, intro, build the story, and then conclude it on what you do, where you're going, and who you help.
I'll talk about it in a second. Angie, can you talk about what you heard people doing well and what people may need to improve?
My group was bomb.com. Everybody was coming out the gate with just, I'm telling you, everybody came out the gate really strong with an intro that really captivated us, took us through their journey, and then they ended up with their why and why they're doing things this way, and I just felt so connected to every single person in my group. So bravo.
All right, so I think I had the latecomer group, so they didn't get your excellent instruction. So what I noticed from my group is people were a little bit more focused on what they do than who they are as people and their why, right? So Angie talked about an amazing intro. Angie, for the latecomers, will you give them your intro one more time?
You have 7 seconds to grab somebody's attention and 23 to hold it. So for a lot of us, I start mine off September 4th, 1984. I was pronounced dead not once, but twice. And like Cameron mentioned, it doesn't always have to be that dramatic, but it does have to make you feel. It could be funny, it could be sad, it could be relatable. Relatable is a feeling. So think about that when you're doing your intro.